Does what you eat show on your skin? The science has an answer. Food is personal in a way that skincare is not. What you eat is tied to comfort, to memory, to how you were raised and who you sit with at the table. Nobody reaches for dinner thinking about collagen. Nobody chooses a meal with inflammation in mind. The connection between what happens at the table and what happens on your face has always been there. The science has simply now made it visible. In the last video, we established that retinol works by reaching inside the cell nucleus and changing gene expression, telling skin cells to produce more collagen, replace themselves faster, and slow their own breakdown. That is an external signal, a molecule applied to the surface that travels inward. What happens when the signal comes from inside? Collagen is a protein. And like every protein in the body, it is not manufactured from nothing. It is built from raw materials, amino acids, enzymes, and cofactors that the body either produces itself or obtains from food. The fibroblasts that produce collagen are doing so constantly, and what they have available to work with is shaped in part by what arrives through the bloodstream. Understanding that makes the question of diet and skin not a wellness claim but a supply chain question. Start with vitamin C because it reveals something most people have never been told. Collagen does not simply assemble itself from amino acids. The process requires a specific enzyme called prolyl hydroxylase, which stabilizes the collagen molecule into the triple helix structure that gives it its strength. That enzyme cannot function without vitamin C as a cofactor. Without adequate vitamin C, the collagen that is produced is structurally weak, unstable, and breaks down faster than it should. This is not a new discovery. It is the mechanism behind scurvy, the disease that killed sailors on long voyages without access to fresh produce. Scurvy is, at its core, collagen failure. The skin breaks down, wounds refuse to heal, gums deteriorate. The body has the fibroblasts and the amino acids. Without vitamin C, it cannot complete the construction. Most people in the developed world are not deficient enough to develop scurvy. But chronic insufficiency, not deficiency, insufficiency, is common, and it quietly reduces the quality of the collagen the body produces every day. The ingredient that retinol activates the genes to request, the body cannot properly build without what is already at the table. Then there is sugar. And here the mechanism is less well known and considerably more uncomfortable. When glucose circulates in the bloodstream at elevated levels, it binds to proteins through a process called glycation. It does this non-enzymatically, without the body directing it, without any biological purpose being served. The glucose simply attaches to whatever protein is nearby, forming compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. Collagen is one of the most abundant proteins in the body, and one of the most vulnerable to this process. Glycated collagen becomes stiff, discolored, and resistant to renewal. The triple helix that should be flexible and strong develops crosslinks that lock it in place. Under the skin, this means a scaffold that loses its elasticity and its ability to recover from movement. A diet chronically high in sugar is not damaging skin the way UV damages it, rapidly at the DNA level. It is damaging it slowly, structurally, in the collagen that everything else depends on. The AGEs formed by glycation also activate inflammatory pathways, which leads to the third mechanism. Chronic low-grade inflammation in the body does not stay contained. The inflammatory signals that travel in the bloodstream reach skin tissue, where they activate the same matrix metalloproteinases, the collagen-breaking enzymes, that senescent cells activate locally. The skin has not been directly attacked. It is simply living downstream of a body in a low-level inflammatory state. What drives that state includes sleep, stress, and exercise. But diet is one of the most direct levers. Diets high in ultra-processed foods, refined carbohydrates, and omega-6 fatty acids relative to omega-3s produce measurably higher levels of inflammatory markers. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish, walnuts, flaxseed, compete with inflammatory signaling pathways, and reduce their output. The difference is not cosmetic. It is biochemical, measurable in blood, and visible over time in the tissue those blood vessels supply. Now, the honest part. Because this is the video where the supplement industry has built an empire, and most of what it says deserves scrutiny. Collagen supplements are hydrolyzed collagen peptides, collagen broken down into small fragments. They are absorbed as amino acids, not as collagen. The collagen you swallow does not travel intact to your skin. What arrives is building material: glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, the amino acids that collagen is made from. Does that building material help? The evidence is more interesting than either enthusiasts or skeptics admit. Several well-designed trials have shown that regular collagen peptide supplementation improves skin hydration and reduces the depth of fine lines beyond what placebo produces. The mechanism is probably not direct delivery. It may be that the specific amino acid profile signals fibroblasts to produce more collagen themselves, or simply that people with adequate dietary protein and vitamin C already have what their fibroblasts need, and supplementation fills a gap in those who do not. The honest answer is this: a diet with adequate protein, sufficient vitamin C, controlled sugar intake, and consistent omega-3s gives the body what it needs to build and maintain collagen without a supplement. The supplement may help when the diet falls short. It does not replace the foundation. Collagen powder in a smoothie on top of a high-sugar, low-nutrient diet is a surface correction on top of an unaddressed mechanism. The mechanism, as always, is where the outcome is decided. The skin you have 10 years from now is being built, in part, from what you eat between now and then. Not dramatically, not overnight. The same way damage compounds quietly, repair compounds quietly too. The choices that feel too small to matter are the ones that accumulate into something visible. That is not a reason for anxiety. It is a reason for a different kind of attention.